do. It's called Google Public Data. Okay. I will, you know what I'll do as well? I will take the video that I'm making that's happening right now, and I'll put it here for you guys so you can watch this part again, because there's just a couple little tricks to understanding what this worksheet is asking you. Okay, so here's the worksheet. The first part is pretty self-explanatory. There is a TED Talk that you're going to watch, and I just have a few questions on the TED Talk for you to answer. Okay? Okay. The next part is the part I have to talk about a little bit more. You're going to need to go to a website called Google Public Data. Google Public Data. If you type the words Google Public Data, it should find it. I'm a little bit interested. I forget how many people are in China right now. Who again is in China? Jojo?
Yes.
Lucas, right? Is that Ricky? Ricky there. Crystal's in Crystal. Where Crystal? You're not in China, are you?
No, I'm in Connecticut.
If those of you in China, if this Google Public Data, I know that there's some sort of war between Google and China, and that sometimes some of these sites are hard to access. Let me know what difficulties you have, okay, with this. But just for now,
I have VPN.
For now, we'll pretend it's going to work fine. But just hit me individually. I think I can find out some other ways. So anyway, in this TED Talk, what you will learn about is the person in this TED Talk actually talks a lot about this graph right here. So when I go to Google Public Data, you see me kind of scrolling here. These are all pre-made graphs that different people made. They show different things. And they are pre-made by using different databases here. So these links go to different databases, all right? This one shown here is made by using a database called World Development Indicators. Right. If I click on this one, actually, let me do this. Let me do this so I have both up. I'm going to open it as a new. Should have let me do that. It's not letting me do it for some reason. That's okay. All right, I'm going to click on it. Okay, and so what you're going to find here is this is a graph made. It has this neat little thing down here where you can actually even just play it. You can watch the years change and all these weird bubbles change. You can pick a bubble like China. And you can watch where this bubble is going to go. That all has a lot of meaning. For instance, it has a sharp turn downward there. So not forward, but downward. And it's graphing two different things here. If you want to know what it's graphing, you can click on a little question mark here. And it will tell you what that thing means. All right. What do you guys think fertility rate means? It says it right there. What is it? It says it. It's average number of births per women, right? And so in 1967, on average, how many children was one woman in China having?
6.
6, yes? You see that?
Mm-hmm.
That changed a lot between 1967 and 1980. How many now?
3, 2.
2, right? Mm-hmm. There are some historical reasons for that. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, there's a lot of things you can find out here, right? Down here is life expectancy. Agreed? All right.
Mhm.
Right? Life expectancy is pretty simple. Average number of years somebody in a country will live. These are all the countries in the whole world. So you'll begin to notice some other weird things. For example, Cambodia here in the 70s takes a life expectancy goes way back to 18 years old. Pretty unbelievable, right? Pretty
But
unbelievable.
it doesn't really change a lot, right?
What do you mean it doesn't change a lot?
Like, expectancy change, but like how many child like you
Nope.
have, it
Goes
doesn't
on
change.
only that. Yeah. So you'll be able to find historical reasons why what was happening in Cambodia in the 70s. There's a very, very specific reason that
Was it like the war or something that killed a lot of people?
got it. Yep, you got it. So the TED Talk will be, this is a lot easier to understand after you've watched the TED Talk because he will talk about this graph. He will also change what's on this y-axis and what's on this x-axis to look at, different things, okay? But the other part I will want you guys to do, this is the part that you guys get a little confused on, just in terms of what to click, is you'll by kind of looking at this, okay, you can see little things how this graph is made. So what you're going to try to do is, this one is already made, okay? If I click on this, my internet works, which it's not. There we go. So my fault, you have to click on, I'll do it again for everybody. This is made from this data set. The data set you can work from is the link down here. So I'll click on that. And you'll see here that instead of having stuff right now, I have absolutely nothing, correct? Right? And that's because I haven't graphed anything at this point. Anything. So what's graphed here is life expectancy, right? So my first step would probably be to go down here and try to find where life expectancy is. So the first thing to think about is, what category do you guys think life expectancy would be under? Anyone? Anyone? You can also go back and kind of look over here. What category is life?
The alphabet.
Well, not really. So you see here, life expectancy is under
Health.
Oh,
health. A lot of things under health. You can look up condom use. You can look up consumption of salt. You can graph depth of food deficiency, which I don't even know what that means. Diarrhea treatment. It is unbelievable the amount of data, here, right? But clearly they had graphed fertility rate. And so I'm going to come over here. And what you're trying to do here is just, you want to try to see if you can graph the same thing that was graphed here. So I'm going to graph life expectancy. Okay. I see here that I have a line, but over here I have
dot.
dots, right?
Wait, are we trying to make that graph?
Yeah, you're going to try to make this graph, because I want you to, after that, I want you guys to make your own. And by making the same one made here, you'll learn a lot about how to make graphs on this.
And you did that by clicking the link and then.
Yeah, I did that by I did that by looking here. It tells me that it used this data set. There's, believe it or not, there's more data sets than just this one, but it used this one. And so I clicked on the one it said it used. And that will start me with a blank graph.
Oh, okay.
All these options of things I can. You know, if I want to know something about economics, I can look at just, you know, an amazing amount of things here. And every one of these things has a question mark next to it to tell you what it is. Geez, infrastructure. They'll have pump price for fuel. Internet stuff you have. It's just got an amazing amount of things. Okay. I think one of the tricks that people struggle to notice in making this one is it starts off as a line graph. You'll see here, this one's highlighted, but this one did not use a line graph. It used a scatter plot. And so we'll change that to a scatter plot. And right now I am just graphing the world as a scatter plot. I got life expectancy here, life expectancy here, right? So maybe I change this to country. There's all my countries now. And I probably need to find fertility rates somewhere. Maybe that's under health. And now it will ask me, oops, should ask me. I would like this, I think on the y-axis, right? So now I start to have this, right? The bubbles, all the bubbles are the same size. Why do you think the bubbles are different size over here?
Due to population.
Clarity.
Yeah, it's population, right? China's the biggest bubble because it has the biggest population. You notice when I scroll on China, do you see the right-hand side under that thing that says population? Tells us the population, doesn't it? It's telling us the population for the year. This really has 4 factors. We're graphing by year, so we have time as a factor, right? We have population as a factor visually. We have life expectancy. We have fertility rate. So you guys will have to figure out how to add bubble size. You can really see here as you pick here, right? You can change it by y-axis, x-axis, color, or size. And then there's some other things to click on. You'll figure it out because this one has it all set up for this, okay? All right, that's enough on that.